Good morning, friends. Another edition of Whitey's World here. Today's adventure takes us to Catstair Canyon, which is only about 35 miles north of Page on US 89. It's a really cool canyon with some up to, they say, 6,000-year-old pictographs, and just a wonderful short hike for friends, family, and pet friendly as well. So hop aboard, drive safe, and we'll see you on the road.
From Page, Arizona, head north on Highway 89 for approximately 34 miles. After passing the Priya contact station, which will be on your left, the road is relatively flat for a few miles, and then you can see the highway heading up into the cliffs. A guardrail begins on your left-hand side with an unmarked gravel road and cattle gate, roughly mile marker number 24. This can be a tricky turn and comes up quickly, so please use your blinker early. From Kanab, Utah, drive east on Highway 89 for approximately 40 miles. After you pass House Rock Valley Road, which will be on your right-hand side, Highway 89 heads into the cliffs and there is a guardrail. When coming down the hill out of the cliffs, the guardrail ends, and the turn for the trailhead is an unmarked gravel road directly on your right. If you pass the Priya River Road on your right, you've gone too far.
You ready for Catstair Canyon today? Ready to go have a little fun? I know you always are. Let's hit the road, buddy. So heading north on 89, you're gonna pass these guardrails to your right and left, and turns coming up on your left-hand side, and just make sure you slow down before you get to this turn, because it's a little bit tricky, and make sure you get your blinker on nice and early. Whitey, you can tell Whitey's excited. That's him, not me, guys, I promise. Whitey, relax, buddy. So you'll see the cattle crossing sign, the Highway 89, and then you'll see a little gap coming up on the left-hand side of the road, right? So mile marker, we're gonna see here come into view, 24. So we just passed that. So right after mile marker 24, there's a gap coming up on your left. Okay, cool. And it looks like we're here. The first one's in nice and early. You'll see the fence coming up, and if it's open, please leave it open. If it's closed, please close it. So just a few hundred yards from the gate is the pull-off. And though I've never seen any other vehicles here, there's enough room for several of them. So as you approach the mouth of the canyon, up on your left-hand side is where the up to 6,000-year-old pictographs are located. And then the actual canyon itself only goes back a couple hundred yards. And it's beautiful. You got your juniper over here to your right, juniper trees. There's desert sage out here. Mormon tea, which we've talked about in other videos. What you think, bud? Hi, cattle. Good morning, guys. So as we enter the canyon again, up to your left, we're going to see these amazing pictographs. And some of the archaeologists and geologists are telling me at the BLM that these are up to 6,000-year-old pictographs. And there's a little locker box, ammo box, conveniently located at the base of these rocks. And it's fun to open up the journal and see who's been here. Let's take a look. If you want to leave any words of wisdom, please do. Let's go to 5/31/21. Dan and Jenny Gordon from Whitmore, California. Love Utah and these hidden gems. I agree with you, Dan and Jenny. Beautiful part of the world. So please leave a message if you like, words of wisdom, but please leave it here for everybody else to enjoy. And that's why it's important to close these gates when you're in this area, because you have these cattle and you don't want them getting out in the middle of the highway causing any accidents. But as you'll see, you can hike back into the canyon. It's relatively flat. Whitey, come on, baby. I think it's that healer in him, that cattle dog. In his genes, he doesn't see cattle very much. Hey, be nice to those cattle, buddy. Information taken from the Extension Utah State University website, and I quote, "Utah juniper is the most predominant single species of trees in Utah as far as total cover is concerned. Nearly 1/5 of the land area of the state is covered by Utah juniper. Juniper berries, or berry cones, are eaten by jackrabbits, foxes, and coyotes. Many bird species depend on the juniper berry for fall and winter food. The foliage is grazed by mule deer when other foliage is scarce and during periods of deep snow. Utah juniper has long been used for construction of fence posts, firewood, pencils, Christmas trees, and other purposes. Utah juniper is highly decay resistant, and the cones were once eaten by Native Americans in the area." End quote. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Whitey's World. Today's adventure took us to Catstair Canyon, located conveniently about 30 minutes north of Page, Arizona on Highway 89. Please subscribe and join us for our other adventures, which take place in and around the Page, Arizona area. Thank you for joining us, and as always, drive safe and plan ahead.